Hey guys, how are you guys all doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in to my new video. So today's video is going to be the book tag in honor of Taylor Swift's new album. I believe it's called Reflection or Redemption. I don't 100% know. I haven't actually listened to all the songs yet, so I haven't fully formulated an opinion. But anyway, she has 15 tracks on this new CD, so I have 15 bookish questions for y'all today. So without further ado, let's get into these questions just because there's 15 questions. So let's get into that, shall we? Great, let's do this. So question number 1 is your favorite first book in a series. Now, if anybody knows me really well, they know that I am an avid fan of Simone Elclis. And so my all-time favorite book in a first series is none other than Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elclis. Now, I bet some of you are thinking, oh my god, like, she reads this trash? And you know what? My answer is, yeah, I do. And I love it. I am an avid romance fan. So Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elclis is about Brittany Ellis and Alejandro Fuentes. Sorry guys, I totally stuttered that. That was so terrible. Oh my god. The sooner I can get an editing system, the better. Okay, if I'm currently looking over to the side while filming this video, it is because I have a kitten and she is getting into absolutely everything. She is a nuisance. And I am sure that she will make an appearance in this video at some point. So anyway, let's get back to the books, shall we? Of course, that's why we call it BookTube. Alright, so Perfect Chemistry follows the two characters, Alejandro, Alex Fuentes, and Brittany Ellis. Brittany Ellis is the rich white girl from the east side. Alex is the gang member from the west side. Or the south side. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, I'm awful. I'm probably gonna get shot now. Oh well, having my video was fun while it lasted. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So this book just follows these two kids, and they are in high school in a chemistry class together, and they get paired as partners, and neither one of them are happy about it in the beginning, but when Alex makes a bet with his friends that he can get Brittany to have sex with him before winter break, that's when things get intense. And so it's just so much fun to read this book. I have read this book probably about 10 times. So as you guys can see, it's a little bit faded, kind of curled up at the edges. But this is my all-time favorite book. I will recommend it to almost anybody, anyone and everyone, because I love the book so much. So this is my all-time first book in a series. This one is my favorite. So question number 2 is endgame, the biggest endgame you have ever rooted for. So the happy ending. Now, I have not finished this trilogy that I am about to show you. I am about halfway. Oh, see, look, there in the background, there is Peanut and Isabel right there. They're playing on the banister. They're suicidal children. They are suicidal children. See? Oh. Isabel, hey, what are you doing? You be nice. Okay, well, they're practicing their sword fighting. They think that they're gonna, be like King Arthur and pull a sword out of a stone, or I don't know, maybe they're practicing for the wizarding duel. Who knows what those two are doing? So they're gonna be in the background until further notice, until either one of them decides to get down. Oh, there goes Isabel. Bye, Isabel. Alright, so anyway, endgame. The biggest endgame you have ever rooted for. That would have to be Eden and Tyler from the Did I Mention I Love You trilogy by Estelle Masque. I have not finished the third book in this series yet. I'm only in the beginning, and I can already tell you that this story is going to be an intense one. This is one of my all-time favorite trilogies, and once I finish the third book, I will be doing a series review on it. So I am very, very excited. So yes, stay tuned for that. That will be coming shortly. So Keep your fingers crossed, guys. Question number 3 is, I did something bad. A book that you spoiled for somebody. Now, I am sure that we have all, had one of those books that we have spoiled for somebody. Maybe it was a popular book, like Harry Potter, or maybe it wasn't a very popular book that we were just so excited for. So that way we were just so excited for it that we just couldn't hold in our enthusiasm. Now, that book that I ruined for somebody will probably come as no surprise to anybody, because I'm sure there's about half of the world, if not a good majority of the world, who, ruined this book for somebody. I am one of those people. And that is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I ruined this book for my cousin. We were in the 6th grade. I think I was mad at her, or I was just excited because I finished the book before she did. So I was pretty excited. I was a very, very competitive person, and I still am. I am probably one of the most competitive people that, probably has ever walked this earth. So that is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I ruined this book for her, and I remember she was so angry at me that, she was just like, whatever. So, question number 4 is, don't blame me, the most embarrassing, unlikely book that you went crazy for. Well, this book actually was a surprise to me that I went so crazy for it. I tried it once before. I didn't like it. And then I picked up and I actually started reading it, and it started to make sense. It's a book that is written in verse. Yeah, it kind of just opens up to this page because it's been read so much. I absolutely love this book. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that is Crank by Ellen Hopkins. Crank is loosely based off of a true story. It's about her daughter who gets caught up in drugs. So it follows this girl named Christina, how she goes to visit her dad for the summer, how she falls into the wrong crowd, and, she starts doing drugs and everything. She starts lying. She starts skipping school. So pretty much anything, So she goes from the perfect daughter, straight A student, to she just kind of falls off the wagon just a little bit, and she needs help to try to get back up there. It's actually a trilogy. The second book is Glass, and the third book is Fallout. I read Fallout. I wasn't as fond of that one. It is based off of Christina's 3 children on their points of views, and how her getting caught up in drugs affected their life. You guys, I'm so sorry that I'm moving around so much. I cannot sit still for long periods of time. So yeah, I really cannot sit still for long periods of time. So, I'm already going on about 8 minutes right now. So that's a long time for me. That is a long time. So let's see. Okay, alright, so question number 5 is Delicate, a book that I fell in love with from the very first page. Now, I'm sure there are many, many people who fell in love with this book from the first page. I read this book in 24 hours, in one sitting. I finished this book. It was just a very quick, easy read for me. I absolutely love it. I own the movie, and that book is Everything by Nicola Yoon. So yeah, we don't really need to go into what that book's about because everybody is so familiar with it. Alright, so let's see, hold on just one second. So question number 6 is Look at What You Made Me Do. This is a character who rose from the dead, literally. And that book actually took me a while to figure out, and then it came to my mind about last night at about midnight. So that book is The Ghost and the Goth by Stacey Cade. It is about a girl named Alana she's popular, she is the head cheerleader, everybody wants to be her friend, she's stuck up, she's your atypical queen bee, basically, and she gets angry one morning. It's 7:30 in the morning, she's on her phone, she's yelling at somebody into the machine. You don't exactly know who she's yelling at, and I don't think it goes over that. If it does, guys, please feel free to comment down below and tell me who it is that she's yelling at, because I couldn't figure it out. And so she gets hit by a bus, but she is stuck in like the world of the living. And it also follows the other main character, Will. He can see ghosts and he can communicate with them, and when they are around him, they get physicality. So if I was a ghost, I would not be able to be physically holding this book. But if I was around Will, then I would be able to. I would be a dead person being able to physically hold things. Now that's pretty badass if you ask me. So like, wow. Alright, so she comes back from the dead, and you don't find this out until the third book. I am not going to give spoiler reviews in case you want to read that book. If you guys want a spoiler review, go ahead and let me know down below if you want a review for any of these books from me. I'm always looking for great new, books to review for you guys, because I definitely love your guys' opinions. Alright, so the next question is question number 7. And so it goes, a book series that made everything else disappear. And that series, for me, is none other than Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. This is the actual hardcover. I have the book sheet to it, and I know where it is. I just didn't have enough time to pick it up and put it on the book before I started filming this, because I'm having 2 other videos come up today. I am doing 2 book reviews that are going to be in one video, and a weird coincidence. Actually, about this shirt that I'm wearing that I discovered last night at 1:15 in the morning. So, technically early this morning, last night, however you want to look at it. So this book, I picked it up and I read it in 3 days. I absolutely loved it. I did nothing but read for 3 days straight. So that book is amazing. I will be doing a review on all of Katie McGarry's books eventually, but that's going to be a really, really long video to film. So the next one is... Alright, so let's get on to our next question. So the next question is gorgeous. A character so gorgeous they make you want to sink and drown and die. Well, obviously that would be 2 different characters. That would be Edward from Twilight, because he's so perfect and he can do no wrong. Like, dude, come on, grow up. You're in the 20th century. You have to screw up at some point. Guys, I don't like Edward. I'm sorry. I'm Team Jacob all the way. Team Jacob all the way, guys. He holds a special place in my heart. But the other character that I would say that is so gorgeous he makes me want to drown and sink and drown and die would be Damon from the Immortal series by Alison Noel. Again, he's just perfect, sweet, and pretty much every woman's dream guy. I mean, come on, he can give you a freaking tulip, for crying out loud. Alright, so our next question is... Sorry, you guys. I am reading the questions from a piece of paper here because I, don't have much else of what I can do. So, question number 9 is Getaway Car, a book series that you abandoned. Alright, well that would be A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I bought this book. I've heard so much about this book. I know that it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I know that it is also very, very popular, and I am so excited to get to read this book. I have just had other books come out that I've been more excited for. Books that I want to read. So it's like I start that one, I find something else, so I abandon that book. But I definitely plan on picking it up soon. Hopefully before the end of the year. I know, we're halfway through November. I've got 1 more month. Get it together! Alright. So, let's see. So, King of My Heart is question number 10. Your top pair. Who's your all-time favorite couple? And that would have to be Ryan and Beth from Dare You To by Katie McGarry. This is the first book that I ever picked up by this author. I fell in love with it. I noticed that she had other books. So, I was like, yes, I am reading this. And, I think any couple that you start out with a book and you end up loving that series so much is a top couple. I absolutely love this book. She's kind of from the wrong side of the tracks. He's the golden boy. And of course they fall in love. You see they're in the rain here. So, yes, I speak very highly of that book. So, yes, very much so. Like I said, I will be having a review for all of Katie McGarry's books soon, especially since she has a new one coming out on January 30th, 2018 that I am extremely, extremely excited for. Alright, so dancing with our hands tied is question number 11. So, a character or characters that you would stand by through an avalanche, that would have to be Derek and Ashton from Wild Cards by Simone Elclis. So, the reason why I would obviously stand by their side is because I absolutely love their story. This is a new book This is probably one of her newest novels that came out. It came out in, well, not too new. It came out in 2013, so 3 years ago. I absolutely love this book, and the reason why I would stand by their side through an avalanche is because, well, come on, you've got the scene in the book where she stabs a pitchfork through his foot because he is in her shed. I can't remember why he is in her shed, but I plan on rereading this book and doing something with this book. I am so excited that I picked up this book again. I've only read it once, and I want to read it again. So I am excited for that, So, yeah, I would stick by their side through an avalanche just because if I didn't, we wouldn't have their story, and we wouldn't be able to, I'm just saying, we wouldn't be able to have that scene where she stabs his foot with a pitchfork. Come on, that's totally rad. I'm just saying. So, question number 12 is dress. Characters you don't want to be best friends. Well, obviously, that would be Bella and Jacob from New Moon by Stephanie Meyer, because Jacob, as we all know, imprints on Bella's daughter, which means that Jacob is taken in the end, which, yeah, sure, we're all happy for him because finally he found true love, and now he can finally be happy, for himself and not feel bad because Bella has Edward. But at the same time, that makes it brokenhearted for us women that are like, no, Jacob can imprint on me. Which I am definitely one of those girls. Jacob can totally imprint on me, and I will have beautiful babies with him. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's supposed to be fun, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have that good sense of humor. Alright. So, this is why we can't have nice things, is question number 13. And, let's see. So this is a book that you physically ripped or damaged. I don't actually have a reading book that I physically ripped or damaged, but I do, however, have a book from school that I damaged. It's all ripped up, all frayed at the edges, because it got smashed in my bag. It got smashed in my bag, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever, man. And that is my medical terminology book. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm currently taking medical terminology this semester, and yeah, so I actually took it last year. I was 3 points away from getting my certification, so I'm retaking it this year to get my certification, and this year it's so much more easier for me, just because, yeah, it's easier for me because it's a repeat. So that would be my medical terminology book, So the next question is a book that you finally finished this year that goes along with the song. Call it what you want. And that book I purchased last year, and I did not get to it until this past summer. And that is A Million Miles Away by Laura Avery. Yeah. That is A Million Miles Away by Laura Avery. It is about two twin sisters, and her twin sister dies in a car crash, and she starts talking to her twin sister's boyfriend, who believes that Kelsey is her twin sister, Michelle. Michelle was the one who died in the car crash. And, yeah, So there's some drama, some romance in there. It is a contemporary, and I absolutely love it. Finally, question number 15. New Year's Day. A book-related memory you will always hold on to. I will always hold on to the fact of that this memory hasn't happened yet, but the whole memory of my saving up to go to New York in the summer of 2018 to go to BookCon for my first time is a memory that I'm going to hold on to, especially since I'm not close, but I will be. So I'm just so excited, you guys. I really am, and I'm excited. So this is a memory that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life, especially since I'm going to be there. I'm going to be around other booktubers that I'm going to get to know in person. I'm going to ask them advice for my channel, and everything like that. And another book memory I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life is probably the fact of that when I went to the release of Breaking Dawn, they were having it at Barnes & Noble. And so, you know, I'm just like, I was absolutely petrified for whatever reason. I was absolutely petrified of the werewolf. I get that it was a person dressed up, but I just, for whatever reason, I did not like it. I was absolutely terrified, and I was just avoiding it at all costs. I have anxiety, so yeah, my anxiety was really acting up that night, especially since I was avoiding that werewolf on stilts. So anyway, guys, that wraps it up for this video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I am so sorry for my slip-ups, you know, and my running out of words in the middle of a sentence. I tend to talk really, really fast, forget what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you guys thought. Comment down below and tell me what other book videos you guys want me to do, or tags, or whatever. And why don't you guys go ahead and comment down below and tell me your all-time first favorite book, the first book of a series that's your guys' all-time favorite. And I will look it up on Goodreads, read the reviews, and I'll probably pick it up and give it a try. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!